Hello everyone and welcome back. Um, wow, it's been crazy past couple days here. I'm just gonna pause here for a second because we've lost a bit of footage, unfortunately. I know I've talked a little bit about what happened. My MacBook had to be taken in and repaired. That has since been done. I'm actually working on it right now. I got it back yesterday, so that's good news. The bad news is um, my iMac, which is what I was working on in the meantime, had a hard drive failure right in the middle of trying to catch up with you guys. So that's another issue. I've replaced the hard drive, but haven't reinstalled and restored the backup and all this kind of stuff. I have other things that I have to do in my life as well. So unfortunately, we lost a bit of footage there, and I'm not 100% sure on what we've missed out on. So I'm gonna revisit some of the stuff that I've done recently, and hopefully we can get everything caught up and we can get back on track here. So immediately right away, I don't know if I talked about it before, but I've installed Ray's Minimap. It's up there on the top right. The reason being, I kept encountering things that I wanted to come back to later, but I always had no way to keep track of that. Now I do with Ray's Minimap. Oh, and also, I've updated my character's skin. So no longer a Steve skin, this is actually Captain Jean-Luc Picard of Enterprise. I like Star Trek, and so those of you who like Star Trek as well should enjoy that. Okay, real quick, one of the things I'm going to do, and I think we did get this on camera last time. I need to make another scoop. I forgot to bring it with me um, as I was venturing forth here, and I do want to grab this beehive. Cool. So that's good, and I'm going to take this back with me. What I was doing here is, as you saw in the end of episode 3, I do believe I said I would be back, and then I never came back. Apologies for that. Like I said, I did have some issues, and that's all in the past now, though, so no worries. We were successful in locating some rubber trees, and we got some rubber, and actually crafted some of the first IndustrialCraft machines, and I will go back and show you guys what that's all about. Also, we found this really cool obelisk. This is a Thaumcraft 2 thing, and apparently it acts as some type of portal or something. I really don't know. I haven't done a lot of research on it at all. But it's got these really cool lightning bolt looking effects things that come off of it. And at some point, we're going to figure out how to get in there and see whatever there is to see. I put this beehive marker on there. As you can see, I've definitely been making use of the Ray's Minimap. Here's the beehive. And I'm actually going to, I just wanted to make sure I got all the beehives, because as soon as I get these, I'm going to remove those waypoints. Right now you can see the menu key is M. I highlight it there for you. Oh, slime. I'm just going to get my sword out. But the menu key is M, and if we hit the M, it actually pauses the entire game while we're doing this. So you don't have to worry about slimes, for example, coming up and chewing your toes off or anything. But this is a really cool mod. I really like it. We can change from surface to biome, to cave. There used to be temperature and humidity. I guess that's gone now. Anyway. Biome is actually what I used to find the swamp biome, and you can actually kind of see it right there. It's the light blue color, and I didn't use the mini map here. I actually used the big map. I'll pull it up here in a second. And then cave map, depending on your elevation, it shows you kind of like a topography of the surroundings relative to your current elevation. So a really neat thing to do if you're underground. I'll probably just be using the surface map for now. Like I said, the most important thing to me here is the waypoints, because I lose stuff all the time. Death points is a pretty cool thing. If you die, obviously it shows up as a little X there where you bid it, so you can find your stuff. I'm not going to use that for now. Maybe later on. I don't know. We'll see. Probably not though. And you know, just some options here, things like this. If you're wondering, if you just install this and you're wondering why it looks different, one of the first options that I like to change here is I like to make it round as opposed to square. The main reason there is because the square is north oriented, whereas the round one is whichever direction you're facing it is the top, and it puts the compass rose on there, and I like that. And then, you know, upper right, and the map scale, depending on your screen size and your GUI scale and stuff like that, you can kind of customize this. This is the biggest I can make it on my screen, and I like the big size. Also, the opacity here. I like to have it 75% opaque, so I can still see like that cactus, for example, and some of the stuff. I can still see through it, so it doesn't completely block my vision. Some of the stuff, you know, just some settings you guys can play with. You got some update things, marker options. You can enable or disable the different things. I leave them all on because I like to see them. I like to see the distance and the labels and entities. This will put entities on your minimap here, which is kind of cool. I'm gonna leave that off for now because I feel like that's kind of cheating. But other than that, let's see here. We can show chunk grids, slime chunks, stuff like that. You know, a lot of options here. I don't really need them all. Like I said, I really wanted waypoints. So let's go kill this this little bugger. That was easy. Okay, and then I'm going to get rid of those waypoints. So there's a waypoints menu here, and if we go to remove, then we can kind of click which one of these we want to keep and which ones we don't. So I'm going to remove both beehives and be done with that. Found a little bit of oil over there, not nearly as big as the oil spawn back at home, but just something to keep in mind. And I'm going to go grab some of these cinder pearl pods because they're kind of cool. Still have no idea what they're used for. I kind of would like to look it up, but on the other hand, I kind of would like to figure it out on our own here. So not sure which route we're going to go with that. We're still a little bit of a ways away from doing research in IndustrialCraft and whatnot. But until that point, we'll just collect them, and yep, that's what's going to happen. So yeah, there's the other. This is a little tiny oil spawn, obviously, compared to the giant one we have shooting out of our mountain. And there's another beehive. Cool. And this is the swamp. This is the swamp where the rubber trees are at. So just don't mind me here. I'm gonna cut the video. Just keep in mind I'm collecting these things, and I'm gonna go get that beehive, and I'll be back. Okay, and back here. I did tell you I was gonna show you the big map. This is what that looks like. It's the X key by default. You can change that. It's customizable, and you customize it using this key config dialog here. And nice, it tells me it's safe setting. That's cool. If I change to the biome map here, and then I go back to the big map, that's how I found the swamp. And you can see that nice little key there that tells you what biomes are what. Doesn't show up here, but you know, in the biome map it needs to show up, obviously. So this is a rubber tree. IndustrialCraft rubber tree, I should say. The Red Power 2 mod has its own rubber trees, and you can tell it's a rubber tree by that pointy top that it has going on there. Over there you can see where I've shaved the leaves off of some of the other the rubber trees I encountered the first time. But all you gotta do is tree tap on your resin spot there, and you get some sticky resin. That's this stuff. Good stuff. Tree tap is crafted like so. Put this down. We're going to need some wood to do that. So, tree tap, like that. 5 pieces of wooden plank. And those bees are taking up a lot of inventory space. They don't stack, apparently. That's okay, though. There's an item that we can get that'll help us out with that. We will look into that later on. But anyway, IndustrialCraft rubber tree. Good stuff. Breaking the leaves is obviously the only way you're going to get saplings, but the drop rate for saplings is really, really low on these. So don't mind me. There, see, we just got one. We just got one. But I will be back. I'm just going to prune this tree here and hope we're getting some more saplings so we can start our own rubber tree farm. That way we don't have to keep coming back over here. And I will be back to tap some more rubber trees as soon as I'm done. Okay, and I'm back. I don't know why, but it always seems to get dark right as I try to collect some rubber. And it also, if I remember correctly, some of these trees do not have resin spots, which can happen. It seems this tree and this tree don't have any, unless I just wasn't looking hard enough. I'm kind of impatient, like I said, every time I've been out here. The sun's been going down, so I don't really know what's up with that. But just looking around here, apparently didn't get done with this tree. Sticky resin. Yeah, so, oh, that looks like that may be the end of our adventure here. Well, no, I'm gonna go ahead and craft one more, and then I'm gonna make a run back to the house there, because we need rubber. Rubber is a very important part of IndustrialCraft. You can't really do anything without it. So we're going to want as much of the stuff as we can get. Well, actually, that looks like the end of that particular stint of trees. So we're going to kill this pig. Mr. Pig. Hey, that's a fast pig. Oh, really? It's just because... I don't know why. I don't know why it is. There is no reason. We got some skeletons there. So yeah, we're gonna make a mad dash back for the house. And it is like Monster City over here at night all the time. I don't know why, but there's crazy amount of monsters that come out. Man, those skeletons are so good. I'm looking forward to one of the IndustrialCraft items. Allows you to spawn some guys for your own. Oops. Of course, there's 3 spiders and a zombie chasing me, and I take damage from the cactus. Just want to get my run back on here. Go back to the mining area. Okay, wow, that was close. These extreme hills are killer. As soon as you come over a hill or come to the top of a hill, it's always either a ridiculous drop or a bunch of zombies waiting for you at the bottom or something like that. It was a pretty treacherous journey back, but we made it. Gonna eat a little bit, and before we do that, it looks like we're gonna have to cook some food. So, oh look, how nice, how convenient. Okay, cool. So I'm going to put a piece of coal in here. It's a little wasteful, I know, but deal with it. I'm actually going to wait around for those to cook, and then I'm going to put the pork chops in. So we'll be back here in a second. Okay, and we're back. Just looking up some recipes there. One of the next things we're going to need, because I also did a little inventory sorting, and we are kind of low on space here. So before we do that, though, I'm going to give you the rundown on what was done in this nice little building here. So as you can see, walk in, we've got a couple things over here, crafting table, and then a project table. I know I promised to make a project table for you earlier in that room. It just never happened, but I think we're going to convert maybe this crafting table into a project table here soon. So rest assured, this will be revealed in terms of recipe and stuff. Actually, tell you what, if you want to know the recipe, I'll just look it up here. It's not very complicated. It requires a, it's called a project table. It requires a crafting table in the recipe, so you have to have at least 2 in order to make one. But you got a chest on the bottom, crafting table in the middle, wooden planks aside, and then smooth stone on the top. It has to be smooth stone. So those are nice, and oh man, when I hit the recipe button, it screwed up my thing here. That's okay. So what the project table does is we can put a pattern in the crafting area, and then what that allows us to do is pull out. I don't know if you notice the numbers here. We can pull out. Well, we can pull out the pattern without removing the recipe. Unfortunately, that last one there was a bad example because we ran out of tin. So that's my bad. But otherwise, as long as you have the required materials in the inventory space here, you can pull it out without losing the recipe, which is nice, so you don't have to evenly distribute the numbers and all this kind of stuff. You can just do it once, put the raw materials in here, and start pulling stuff out. And we will use those later. I didn't do that just for demonstration purposes, but we'll get there. All right, so one of the first things we want to make is some storage. Actually, I forgot I did this. I have some extra storage here, so I'm gonna stuff these in there real quick. These bees, because they take up a lot of space. That's okay. And then what we got here, these are our first two IndustrialCraft machines. This one is the generator. Generator's pretty simple there. You put, that's funny, email from Apple telling me something I probably don't care about. Put coal in the generator, it burns it up like a furnace, and it stores it in this internal energy storage here. And what that then is used for is to power machines that are either connected directly to it, for example this extractor, or we can connect copper cables like you saw here, these things. We can connect these on the ground like so, and we can connect machines to the generator that way. So right now we just have this extractor connected to it directly, and what the extractor is going to do is it's going to help us out with our sticky resin, because before, and I'll show you the recipes real fast for these. So the first thing we did was the generator, and that's crafted like so. So the generator is either a furnace, a machine block, which is 8 refined iron, and a battery, which we just crafted earlier, you saw that, or it's an iron furnace, which is a regular furnace with 5 iron. So if you notice, the difference here is that the iron furnace uses 5 iron, and then we also have to have 3 refined iron here. So 5 plus 3 is 8. And this machine block requires 8 refined iron, but the main difference is that it uses less energy to make this version of the recipe, because you don't have to refine this iron. So you only have to cook 3 iron versus 8. And this is the way I prefer it, just because I like to be efficient and such. So this is the way we did it. And that gives us our generator. And so then the next thing that we want is the extractor. And this requires 4 tree taps, a machine block we saw earlier, and then this thing called an electric circuit. And this is the reason why we had to be a little bit inefficient with our first bits of sticky resin, because it requires 6 copper cables, 1 refined iron, 2 redstone. And the copper cables are crafted like so. 3 copper ingots and then 6 rubber. So we needed some rubber to craft these copper cables, but we hadn't gotten the extractor yet. So we had to put our rubber in a furnace. And when you put sticky resin in a furnace, you get interesting shape. I want shapeless. Okay, this is typically the way I do it. Is I put 1 rubber, 1 cable, and then it gets us 1, as opposed to having to spread all this stuff out across your crafting area. But that's neither here nor there. Anyway, point is, we had to burn a little bit of sticky resin in the furnace to get 1 rubber piece per sticky resin before we were able to, I'm going to turn that down a little bit, before we were able to make the extractor and start being efficient. Huh. I don't hear any difference, do you? Well, we'll deal with it in post. Anyway, now we can put 1 sticky resin in there, and we actually get a lot more out. So we'll see that here in a second. And as you can see here, that piece of coal started to burn because we started using our internal energy here. And as soon as this coal is done, we'll see it start to actually drain. Huh, how about that? That was actually all it needed. We'll put some more in there and you'll see. So we'll go ahead and put all this in there. Anyway, one sticky resin gets us 3 rubber in the extractor, which is a lot better. So we can better use our sticky resin. But here, our internal energy store is starting to drain down from the generator. So you can see that's kind of how that's going to work. And I'll go ahead and put a piece of coal in there and start filling it back up. But we're going to let that run in the background while we're doing some other stuff here. Let's see. Next thing I want to make, there's another machine called a macerator. And we'll get to that here shortly. So give me a second to sort out my inventory and get the materials we needed, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back here. I just went and grabbed some stuff. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a furnace in here. I know I've got a whole bunch over there, but trust me, we will use them. So I'm just going to stick this right there for the time being and start cooking up some refined iron, because we're going to need that. And then we're going to need to make another electronic circuit. And I like to put electronic circuits and batteries and things like this in project tables. Later on, I'm going to start crafting things in an auto crafting table, which we'll hook up to some BuildCraft logistics pipes. But for now, this is probably the best way to go about it until we get there. So I'm going to convert this crafting table into a project table. Actually, I'm not going to convert this one. I'm going to make another one, I suppose, because it's already on the ground. There's no reason to do that. So, oh, we already have a crafting table, which is good because otherwise we wouldn't have enough wood to do this. So, all right. We still don't have enough wood, actually. I need 4 more pieces of wood. Okay, I'm gonna go chop down a tree. I'll be right back. Okay, tree dead. We're back here. Let's just do like so. And then we need to make a chest. All right, chest, crafting table, wooden planks, and then some smooth stone here, and ta-da! We have our second project table. And I'm just gonna kill this crafting table and put the project table down here. We'll figure out a place for that to go later on. So let's do in here. Let's do our electric circuit recipe. Go ahead and start laying this out, and let me know if the music's too loud or something like that. You know, I'm gonna play with the volume levels in post, but I'm not sure if there's going to be any unknown issues after that. So let me know what you stumble upon that maybe I missed, and we'll straighten it out for the next time around. I'm going to sleep through the night here real fast though, just because it's getting kind of dark. Oh, and now that I think about it, I was talking about that oil spawn earlier. I might have lost that footage, so I'm not sure if you guys got to see the ridiculously huge oil spawn. And that being said, I might not even have the part where I actually explain what that's all about. So I'm going to go show that to you real quick, because it was really cool. And this is the path I took to get over there, because if you look on the map there, I'll highlight it for you real fast. I saw that black spot and I was like, whoa, that's oil? That's really huge. Oh, wow. Creeper be creeping. That was sneaky. But anyway, saw that huge oil thing and I was like, wow, that's a lot of oil. What's up? And I come over here to see this. Yeah, that's crazy huge. It's actually not as big as it looks, because what's happening here is because of the way Minecraft handles fluid physics. When the fluid hits a block, so say the fluid starts here, it hits this block and it goes down a step, it restarts its count each time you do this. So usually it would only travel like 7 blocks or something like that, but every time it goes down a level, it restarts that count, so it can flow down the entire mountain here. But the fact that the oil spout itself is it's actually kind of a coincidence that it happened in this mountain. But the fact that the oil spout itself is so high in the world in terms of its Y value, I'll get up here and show you what I'm talking about. This oil spout is at Y 96. Wow. So it's really tall. The taller the oil spout, the bigger the oil well is down under the earth. So it's not only, because you gotta look here, all of these are flowing. These are not source blocks. Wow, these might be source blocks. That would be cool. But generally, it's just this the center column here is the source. And then it goes straight down, and then at some point down deep inside the earth, it actually hits a giant, just a giant void that has been filled with BuildCraft oil. And that's kind of how it works, actually, in terms of World Gen. The World Gen creates terrain with a big emptiness in it, and then it fills it up with oil. So there's a huge thing underground that's just completely full of oil. It's like a giant cavern, and that's what it'll look like when we're done pumping it out, if we ever get there. But BuildCraft oil is used to power BuildCraft machines, obviously, and we'll get there a little later on. For now, we're just starting our IndustrialCraft career, so I don't want to confuse anybody or throw around too many different ideas at once. So it looks like we did all right in terms of our energy usage there for the rubber. We've got 18 rubber, which is really nice. One of the things we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get some more copper, because if I'm not mistaken, I used it all. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Yeah, so it turns out we did use our copper, so I'm actually going to steal this furnace here. I might as well grab another one. There's plenty down here. And we're going to have to smelt some copper to continue much further, because we don't have enough copper cables to... Oh, well, there it is. Never mind. I found it. Okay. False alarm there. We don't want to smelt any more copper just yet. All right. Well, let's go ahead and put this recipe in there then. Oh, well, yeah. So this is what I was talking about. The way I make copper cables is it's 3 copper. Let's just do this. It's 3 copper side by side, and then I put them together like so, and we get copper cables. So that's nice. So all right, that was kind of silly. So let's just do this. Now we get our electronic circuit. We're only going to need 1 for the immediate future here, and as you can see, yes, we're definitely running out of space. So it's about time to put this thing back down, so we can craft what we came to craft. So we're gonna make a hey, I thought I had more refined iron than that. What happened? We're gonna make a macerator as soon as I figure out where the rest of our refined iron went. I'll be back. Okay, maybe I just can't count or something. I'm not really sure, but I thought we had more refined iron than that. It's my bad. Suppose not. So I'm gonna cook up some iron here, and then immediately cook that iron into refined iron. So just gonna let this cook up, and I'll be right back. Only needed 2 for the time being, but I did put some sticks in there because I didn't want to lose any of that stuff. I had to swap out, the iron in the output and put it in the input so we can get refined iron in the output. And as you know, even that split second that it takes to do that causes us to lose enough fuel that we're not going to be able to finish. So I put some sticks in there to finish it up. That's all I was going to say about that. All right, so macerator built like so. Ta-da! And what this is going to do is it's going to, and I believe I talked about this before, we're going to put ore in the top. And as soon as we hook it up to energy, as you can see right now, the little red lightning bolt here in the extractor, that means it has energy. That's actually its internal energy store. Like this thing has its own internal energy store. But you can see it has power while the macerator does not. And the reason is because, like I said, it has to either, where's my shovel? It has to either be touching a power generating block or has to be connected to a power generating block via copper cables. So we're going to go ahead and grab some copper cables here. We only need 2 and, 3. I didn't learn to count at school, for those of you who might be wondering. So now we can see it's got energy. It's making all kinds of crazy loud noise, and it is working along here to process our stuff, and our generator is running out of energy. So we're going to give it some more. And this is obviously not the biggest internal energy store ever, with the only exception being the individual machine's internal storages. It's the smallest. So the reason is this, though, it's not designed to store energy. And so we're going to build something that is designed to store energy, and we're also going to build other means of generating power because we have all this wonderful sunlight. So why burn our coal when we can use the sun for energy? And as you can see here, copper ore being macerated up into copper dust. Just to show you, we've got 15 copper ore, and when this thing is done, we should have 14 because it works 1 at a time, but we'll have 2 dusts, as you can see now. So copper dust, and what happens then is we I'll just cook one for demonstration purposes. We cook that copper dust up, and it gets us 1 copper ingot, copper bar, whatever. It doesn't actually say ingot, but 1 copper bar per dust. So we effectively have just doubled our ore output. And we're going to add 1 more machine to this line here because we've got the majority of the process. We've got chopping it up. Now we need to smelt it down. So we're going to add an electric furnace. And to do that, we're going to need a couple different things. I'm going to look up the recipe just to be sure, but I'm pretty sure we need some electronic circuits. Yeah. That's not what I want. What did I want? Electric furnace. Okay, we need 1 electronic circuit. We need an iron furnace and 2 redstone. And remember, iron furnace is a regular furnace with 5 iron or 8 blocks of iron, like so. We're going to go with the first one because we already have ourselves a furnace. And before we can do that, we're going to need some iron, which we don't have any of. I took the liberty of gathering our ores out of the chest there. So I'm going to go mine for some iron, and I will be right back. Gotta love that music. It's so peaceful. So if you're hearing this right now, it's because I decided to do a little. I know I talk about a montage, but I never actually made good on that. So what you should be seeing right now is a little clip of my mining expedition to get iron. And I know, well, I know you don't know. As I'm talking, you're seeing some time-lapse type stuff, but I'm actually mining emeralds right now. But I found iron, so I'm technically doing what I said I was going to do. But yeah, just thought I would share this moment with you guys. The peacefulness of the Minecraft music. So montage it is. Okay, just climbing out of the mining area here. That was fun, wasn't it? Yes. So didn't do a whole lot of mining, just enough to fill up my inventory, but that's actually not really saying anything, seeing as how it was already pretty much full when we left. But yeah, so got 9 iron ore, which otherwise wouldn't really be that much, but when we macerate it, we're actually going to get 18 out of that. So that's good enough for now. And as I was mining, I did remember something else that I may or may not have promised you. You know, not really sure, not because I can't keep track of my promises, but because we lost some footage once again. That's funny. But anyway, one of the things that I did want to do, the reason why we went mining for diamonds was because I wanted to craft something that was going to help out with mining, and obviously as I was doing so, I realized how much it sucked not to have that item. So we're going to make that also really quick here. First thing we're going to do though is we're going to macerate this iron, get that going, and in order to do that we need some more power. So I'm just going to stick all this coal in the wrong slot. Maybe save a couple. Yeah, okay. So we're going to let that macerate up, and we will be back shortly as soon as we're ready to craft that item I was talking about. Wow. So I was off camera, but I'm definitely gonna have to come back a little early so you guys can see that. Wow. A creeper just creeped. That's what they do. So that was fun. I'll admit, I wimped out. I totally wimped out a little bit on that. I backed up into a corner, hoping that he wasn't going to explode. I was really mostly concerned about my IndustrialCraft machines, and I'm going to block this up so that doesn't happen again. Because it tends, or at least it seems to me, that it tends to happen. Creepers creep you while you're repairing the previous creeper creep, if you know what I'm saying. And of course, they always never leave you enough dirt to fix the mess they left, so that's awesome. Yeah. That's okay. Anyway, just thought I'd share that with you. Wow, so it turns out they totally destroyed my project tables. At least the stuff inside wasn't wrecked. That would have been terrible. But that's okay. I'll just have to make some more. Oh crap. Okay, need another tree now. Yeah, I gotta go chop down a tree. But at least we have the stuff we need to make our whatchamacallit thing. So I think I'll do that real fast. Let's go ahead. We're gonna make the electric furnace, excuse me. Quickly here. So get our iron furnace. As you recall, that was one of the things required, and we need to craft ourselves an electric circuit, which is done like so. The joy of repeating recipes now that our convenient project tables have been destroyed. So there we go, electric furnace, and we're gonna set that on down with the copper wire so it's connected to our generator, which is gonna need a better source of energy generation here really soon. So I'm going to macerate this coal. Yeah. When you macerate coal, you get coal dust. We're going to need that for the next thing we're going to be doing in terms of IndustrialCraft energy. I'm not sure exactly how soon we'll be doing that. It should be relatively soon. But at least we got our electric furnace going. That's nice. Oh yeah, and why am I, well, okay, yeah, so I've got stuff left over in there. Alright, so I'm going to start using our electric furnace. I want 5 pieces of refined iron. Actually, I only need 3 because I already have 2 in my inventory. And we're going to craft that item I was telling you about. I'm really excited about this item. It's going to open up a lot of new things. Well, not new, but stuff we haven't done yet. It's going to open up some opportunities for us here. And the nice thing about the electric furnace is that it doesn't run directly off coal. I suppose if you're using a generator, you could say that it runs indirectly off coal. But regardless of direct or indirect, it is a lot more efficient. So that's awesome. And I feel like we lost... Okay, no, I didn't. All right, whoa, what? I already had 2 refined iron in there. Well, okay. I'm noobing it up here all over the place. Oh, also, on another note, I have decided to extend the episode length from 30 minutes to 45 minutes just because I think that's better. And I really like to play this game, so that gives me 15 more minutes to have some fun. So I need a few more copper cables here. I need to make another electronic circuit for the item I'm about to craft. And after we do that, we should be good to go. I don't have enough rubber, though. Oh, no. This is getting worse. This is... Oh, wait, we have some leftover cables. So that's good. All right. We should be all right here, then. So we need an electric circuit. We already have a battery that I showed you how to craft earlier. So now you've got our electric circuit. We've got 5 refined iron. And we've got our battery, and that gives us our mining drill. Really cool item. It runs off of energy as opposed to a durability, and the durability meter actually shows how much energy is in there. But we're not going to stop there. We're going to upgrade it to a diamond drill. Yay! This item is awesome, and you will see why shortly. In order to charge it, we're just going to drop it in the top slot of our generator. It's going to suck out all the power we have, which is not much, actually. So we're going to have to work on that down the road. But for the time being, it'll have to do. I'm just going to use it until it runs out. And I don't have any more coal laying around. Yeah, I don't have any more coal. So one of the things we're going to have to go do is get some coal. So once again, going to go do some mining with the diamond tip drill. I will be right back. Okay, so just hopping back in to show you here. I found some iron. I'm looking for coal, but iron will do for now. Obviously, it's not going to do what coal does, but it's good enough to harvest is my point. And I just want to show you real fast how fast this drill digs. Really, really nice. Good thing to have here. And it looks like I found an aqueous V's crystal as well. I'm going to make a short little staircase up there. Oh, ran out of energy though, it looks like. So back to pickaxe for the time being. All right, just want to show you that. I'll be back when I'm out of this cave. Alright, just jumping back in here to show you, I found a nice little coal deposit. I remember leaving it here, I just forgot where I left it, and I found it again, so that's good news, just letting you know, and we're quickly on our way to getting some stuff done. So I'll be back again when I'm done mining the coal. Okay, and we're back. Just slept through the night there. It's getting pretty close to that 45-minute mark here. I would like to finish what we started, and I'm going to go kill this creeper before he creeps me. Yeah, I see you, buddy. You got nothing. Nothing. And I'm going to throw this stone away. I'm also going to grab this sheep here because I need some wool for something I want to do here relatively soon. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, let's head back up to the shack. I think that's what I'm going to call it the shack. It's not a house. It's not the house. I don't live there. Right now I live in a cave. But that will be remedied soon, I promise. Okay, so check on the status. All right, we got 1 coal dust. I'm going to go ahead and put a couple more in here. Let's see. Yeah, that's good enough for now, I think. And then we're gonna need some more in there as well. Get that stuff out of there. I don't know where to put it yet. So, all right, yeah, we got a little bit of space concerns that needs to be addressed here and whatnot. So, let's go ahead. I think we have the materials to do this. Let me make sure I got what I need, and I'll be right back. We're gonna craft something cool. It's gonna help us out. Ooh, sheep. Hello, good sir. How are you today? You'd be better if I wasn't killing you, wouldn't you? I'm gonna need this string, and I'm gonna put some of this stuff away. Let's do that. Don't need all this stuff right now. Oh, I'll put those in the other chest. Okay, so anyway, I got the string. That's what I came in here for. Time is up. Okay. I was gonna say it looked like it was getting kind of dark. I said I just slept through the night. That would be ridiculous. Okay, sorry about that. I had a little bit of an interruption there. But back to what I was talking about. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna make something really cool, and then we're gonna make it happen real fast here. This is going to help with some of the inventory issues I've been having. And if I'm correct, this is the one we want. Yes, miner's backpack. This is a really neat item. And there's one I want to make. Let me try that again. There's one more I want to make. Maybe two more actually, because I want to do some logging here pretty soon. Because as you can see, we're out of wood. That's what's actually preventing us from making any more for the time being. But yeah, so what this does, let me just go ahead and put it down here real fast. It allows us to store some stuff in there. Not that. Yeah, ores. Haha. So whenever we're mining and we're out and we're doing stuff, I wonder if redstone goes in there too. Nice. Diamonds. So yeah, basically, crystals apparently can't go in there, and I don't think smelted bars will. Oh, they will. How interesting. Okay. Good to know. So yeah, this is going to help us out. We're going to be able to store some stuff in there, and apparently there's no way to sort on the backpack. Yeah, so what we got is a backpack that's going to store our ores and minerals and stuff like that we collect as we're mining. Where when we pick it up, it's not going to go into inventory. It's actually going to go into this backpack, which is really nice. So, for example, let's drop this redstone on the ground here. And so, say we were mining along, blah, 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 we pick it up. Where'd it go? It's not in our inventory. It's in the backpack. Cool. So that's really handy. That's also what I'm using it for at this very moment is storing stuff. I'm not really mining right now, obviously, but I need some room. And as we can see here, we've got some other ores and stuff in the chest. And the backpack, if you shift right-click, it changes functions there. So if you see right there, it's locked. That means is that it won't pick up stuff. So if we pick up this redstone here, it goes into our inventory instead of going to the backpack because it was locked like that. If we do this, what that's going to do is what we right-click on a shift right-click on a chest. Now, if we open the backpack, see it pulled out all those ores and things that it could that it was able to hold. And so that's when we're in this mode, receiving mode. We shift right-click. Now we are in resupply mode, and what that's going to do is redstone's a good example. So let's take half of a impartial stack of redstone. Half of a partial stack. I don't know what's wrong with me. And as soon as I close my inventory here, see how it's going all the way back up to 64? I did that again in case you didn't catch. So we'll put like 5 down here, and we'll put the rest in here. Now it's going to refill. Now that's a really handy feature, especially if you're building or something like that. Or I mean, in this case, you know, if I was laying down redstone on the ground or whatever, you know, that would be handy. There's actually another backpack called the Builder's Backpack that's going to have the functionality like that, and that's what I'll be using that for, is for building and stuff, because I don't plan on using stone for the rest of my life here. Oh cool, we got some coal dust. So anyway, just to show you the little bits of information about that, I'll be showing you some more cool stuff to be done with it. But right now we're over time, and I want to get this thing going here. So what we need to do is we need a few more resources. and then we can craft our first solar panel, and that's going to be really exciting. So let's cook up some of this stuff here, and I'll be back as soon as we're ready. A slime! He just jumped into the place here. That was so funny. Okay. Oh, another one! Look at that! That's so cool! I wonder if there's more out there, but I'm not going to look right now because I'm busy. Alright, I'll be back again. I'm sorry I killed your friend's sheep. I was not thinking clearly. I could have crafted shears, but I noobed up. Sorry. Eat something. Okay, back to what we are doing. Yep, a couple more things I got to do, and then I will finally get to craft what I want. So, see you soon. Alright folks, sorry, it's looking like it's actually going to have to wait until next episode. I really tried, but I totally underestimated the amount of resources required for what I want to do here real quick. So just come back next time. I'll try to do that episode today and get it up. I know nobody likes waiting, and like I said, I really would like to do 2 episodes a day. So just hang out for a little bit. I got to take care of some business and stuff, and then I'll be right back on it. So I'll be recording again later on, and you can you can rest assured it will be taken care of very shortly. So see you soon.